Hello, Lakeview students. This is Mrs. Lincoln. Welcome back to 2015-16. We want to remind you that the library is here to help you find books, both from our own collection and borrowing books through Michigan eLibrary. So let's find our way to the library website by going from the district site to Lakeview High School and then coming over to our media center. And since we're talking about books and reading, we will click on the Reading tab. Let's begin with the Destiny catalog. From Destiny, you can always do a search for a specific title or author. I want to point out, however, that we make available some suggested reading lists under the Copy Category tab. So I'll go there, and sure enough, we have a list of English AP books. We have English choice reading, and then we even group our newer materials by year. So we've started a list for 2015-16, but I'll quickly go back to last year's list, and here are the books in alphabetical order by title. I could certainly resort that list, perhaps by date or by type, so that all fiction would appear together. And I can always tell Destiny to show me all of the books at once. And let's kind of zoom down through those listings alphabetically by title. And I believe that in the L's was a new book by Jodi Picoult that I enjoyed reading last year, and it was titled Leaving Time. So I can click on that particular book, and I get the bibliographic information about the book, the subject headings, teenage girls, mothers and daughters, a short annotation. Alice Metcalf was a devoted mother, loving wife, and accomplished scientist who studied grief among elephants. Now, for more information about this book, if I click on Title Peek, I am taken into the book, so to speak, with expanded summary, list of characters, genre specified topics, more book reviews, and these come from reputable sources such as New York Times, notes on the author, Library Journal review, and down at the bottom of this page of information, not always but often, you can start reading a first chapter excerpt. So here goes the narrator saying, "Some people used to believe that there was an elephant graveyard, a place that sick and old elephants would travel to die. They'd slip away from their herds and would lumber across the dusty landscape, like the Titans we read about in 7th grade in Greek mythology." So this might pique my interest, and I can close that particular screen. I go back to the listing for Jodi Picoult and think that, yes, this might be a book for me. Now, after I am familiar with Leaving Time, I might want to check out what other books we have by author Jodi Picoult, and there is a hot link to her writings. I follow that link, and she also wrote Between the Lines, My Sister's Keeper, and we do have those books available. And the fact that Destiny notes one of one available means that I could go to the shelf and pull the book off the shelf and begin reading it, checking it out. Beyond the materials at Lakeview High School, this is where you may want to go to Michigan eLibrary or MeLCat. So I've glanced at the list of books by Jodi Picoult. I will copy her name just so I have it handy here and correctly spelled. And then I'm going over to MeLCat. I'll do that from our reading page and connect to Michigan eLibrary's MeLCat. Now, MeLCat, you may remember, is the group of libraries in Michigan, school libraries, academic libraries, public libraries, who have agreed to share their resources. Lakeview High School has been a participant since 2007. as a Lakeview High School student, you have access to something like 48 million library records. Now, that's far more than any one of us will read in a lifetime, but it is all out there. And this is how you search the system. I will put in Jodi Picoult's name and do the search on that author. I see that she wrote other books. Here's one from 2014 that we did not have in our collection, The 10th Circle. So I will click that link by title, and I can see the short summary. It's about Trixie Stone is only a freshman in high school when Jason, the junior she thinks she loves, dumps her. Sounds like a good one. Double check that among the libraries with the book, not all copies are checked out. As long as a single copy is available, I am in luck. I click the button that says Get This from MeLCat. I come to a screen where I can input the fact that we are Lakeview High School in the L's. And here we go. I will put in my name, my 8-digit student number. I click Submit, and then I will get a message that says Success. The item requested will be sent to you from Ogemaw District Library. There's nothing else that I have to do. Assuming I'm a student, I would receive a message notification from the library telling me that my book had arrived. I come down to the library, I pick it up, I have it for 3 weeks, and then I don't have to send it back to the library that loaned it out. I just bring it back to LHS Library, and it will be returned through the courier transportation service. Thanks very much. We look forward to working with you, helping you with reading, with research, and finding other valuable resources. Don't hesitate to ask me, Mrs. Lincoln. You can send me an email. We hope that you have a great 2015-16 year at LHS.